Well, I think anytime you get the number 7 team in the country coming in, I think that's always a test. I think people have thrown the ball on us. I think, Florida with their skill, Georgia Tech threw the ball over us, threw the ball at us. So I think our guys have been tested in certain concepts and routes. We've had to exhibit some technique and training with the ball in the air. I think we've done that. But there's a lot of room for improvement with our eyes, with our technique and fundamentals. And so I think the test we're going to see on Saturday will probably be the greatest test we've faced so far when it comes to the run game, the pass game, the speed of the receivers, the size of the wideouts. So we're going to rather be on our A game and rely on our training and techniques for this one.
Cheyenne and Theo, how close are they to being able to contribute in a game at safety?
It's hard to answer. I think it's a week-by-week deal when it's from a standpoint of we got to demonstrate things in practice, complete understanding of the program, of the package that we're in for that week. And I think those guys will play as they earn the right to play. Not that they're not trying hard and they're doing great things in practice, but I think at some point you got to step to the front and demand those reps. And I think right now we have 2 guys that are playing at a pretty good level, and those guys are fighting for reps. I'll tell you what, Rashaan plays with a certain amount of recklessness, a certain amount of energy and passion. He's a guy that makes things happen on the field, whether he's blitzing, whether he's in coverage, whether he's communicating, whether he's leading, whether it's the sideline energy. I've been really happy and pleased with the way he's played. It's hard to find guys that play as hard, play in and play out as Rashaan Gaulden. But his leadership, what he's done working with some younger guys, even Nigel at the safety position, and the communication piece that happens as the game rolls on, been really impressed with what he's done on the field, and we're going to need him to play like that going forward.
Charlton, with the way that Rashaan blitzes like that, is that preparation, is that just an instinct for the game? It looks like when he blitzes, the timing on that stuff is really good.
A lot of that's his instincts. I mean, the play is called. Now the tempo and the time that he does it, I mean, that's him. His blitz tempo is pretty dang good. And he has a knack for it. Is the ball handed? Is the ball pulled out? Is it pass? Is it run? And he knows what to do with his body to be in position. So I think his blitz tempo and his execution of those blitzes are really good.
Can you just evaluate Nigel? I know we ask you about him all the time, but just where is he coming mentally?
He's playing well. Again, he's a sophomore. He's getting a bunch of reps for the first time in his career. And as things happen in the game, he's been able to be composed. And that's what you look for in a young guy. Does he come unraveled? Because he's going to make mistakes. Does he come unraveled at the seams when he makes that mistake and it affects him the next play and the next play? That hasn't happened. That doesn't happen with him. So I like his composure for a young sophomore that's playing a lot of football, and that's going to continue to get better and better as we move forward.